The flight carrying the hope of reunion took off from Pine Ridge Airfield. On board the Model C-206 was Clara Miller, 33 years old. Along with her 4 children, Eleanor 13 years old and Stella 9 years old from a previous relationship, and Finn 4 years old and Rosie 11 months old, who were the children of Adam Blackwood, the man waiting for them in the city of Avalon. But the journey flying over Crescent Forest, the vast tropical rainforest like an endless sea, was abruptly interrupted. The plane's final signal faded into the eerie silence of the forest, a land notorious not only for its relentless rain 16 hours a day, but also for the presence of the terrorist group the Shadow Syndicate TSS. The city of Avalon authorities were forced to launch Operation Hope. It was a desperate mission, searching for 7 people across 5.5 million square kilometers of forest. It wasn't until the 16th day, thanks to a clue from young Alex Stone, a boy living in isolation, that the C-206 was found, crashed vertically into the forest floor. The horrific scene confirmed the deaths of pilot Samuel Green, Indigenous leader Ben Hayes, and Clara Miller. However, the 4 children had vanished. The absence of the children was a mystery, until the officers discovered small but decisive traces. Suitcases rummaged through, passion fruit shells hollowed out, a baby bottle cap, diapers, clothes, and sneakers scattered around. The conclusion was extraordinary. They were alive and moving. Experts estimated the 4 siblings had walked approximately 100 kilometers from the crash site in just 2 weeks. The reluctant leader of this journey was Eleanor Miller, the 13-year-old girl with a severe leg injury. She had struggled to pull her sister Stella from the arms of their mother, Clara, who had cried profusely before passing away. Eleanor knew what she had to do: leave this dangerous place. Despite the pain in her leg, she crawled on her knees, leading her siblings deeper into the forest. With the scant survival knowledge passed down by her mother, Eleanor searched for safe wild fruits, and even fashioned a crude fishing rod to catch fish. The group had no fire, so they were forced to eat raw fish to stay alive. At night, the single flashlight became their protective light. Eleanor stayed awake, watching over her siblings against wild animals, and once, she managed to kill a snake with a stick. Despair had nearly driven her to abandon her siblings and leave, but after just 20 minutes she turned back, unable to abandon her family. Beyond the dangers from nature and TSS elements, the operation was also hindered by internal conflicts. The city of Avalon Special Forces and Indigenous volunteers disagreed on methods. One side relied on technology and Catholic doctrine. The other believed in the forest spirit, using rituals and avoiding touching the trees. Tactics like shouting the children's names through mobile loudspeakers and broadcasting their grandmother Alice's voice, along with using flares at night for guidance, failed. The 4 siblings had heard the loudspeakers and tried to follow, but the distance only grew wider. Worse, on the 18th day, Canine Rex, the search dog, tracked their lost trail and became the first loss for the rescue team. On the 33rd day, General Robert Shaw, in despair, ordered the withdrawal. Children could not survive that long. Only Elder Shaman Kai and a few indigenous people remained determined to stay. Shaman Kai performed the Yage ritual. He had designated Adam Blackwood to participate, but Adam was refused and asked to leave. When Shaman Kai drank the final dose of the sacred medicine, a sudden vision appeared, for glowing figures, guarded by a forest jaguar. This vision guided them. Shaman Kai became the navigator, leading them northwest. That perseverance was rewarded. On the 40th day, the silence of the deep forest was broken by crying. Searcher Ryan Bell was the one who found them. The 4 exhausted siblings, with 11-month-old Rose still alive. Ryan Bell reached out his hand, uttering the word family, Finn Blackwood, for years old, so that their mother was gone. The miracle had happened just 4.5 kilometers from the rescue team. Medics arrived immediately. The vital signs of all four were stable. They were airlifted by military helicopter to return home. K9 Rex was the only sacrifice of the operation. But the journey of the four siblings did not end there. The events in Crescent Forest had become an unintended cry for help, exposing a hidden secret. Adam Blackwood, the stepfather whom Eleanor had always tried to avoid, was implicated in allegations of sexual abuse of minors. He was arrested. The four siblings, after escaping the harshness of nature, now faced a new family crisis and are currently being cared for by the National Welfare Institute.